Hi, you're Amber?
Yes, I'm Amber.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good too. Let's see where you're going.
Off of Bay Shore.
Alright. Let's get you there. I've never been here before. It's also not, it doesn't seem very busy.
It's not a hotel, it's apartments.
Apartments?
Yeah.
Right, but I mean the number of cars, there's not a lot of cars here.
Well, it's
Sort of empty.
yeah, it's being renovated, so I think that's part of it. But the other part of it is that, they, it's only for NCH and Moorings Park employees.
Okay.
And so, but then half of it is for, they're building onto Gray Oaks and stuff like that. So, the construction workers, they have this construction team that comes in from Texas, but I think they're on Christmas vacation.
Oh.
But usually it's packed. The whole thing is packed.
Oh, really?
And it's during the day right now. Everybody's at work.
Of course, everybody's at work. Yeah. But so that is actually, so these are dedicated apartments for certain businesses to put their employees also.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know. Yeah, I learned something new today.
Yeah. It used to be Super 8 Hotel, but not anymore.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine.
So Amber, do you mind if I record the ride for my YouTube channel?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my card, and then you can later see your video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't publish all videos. It depends a little bit on, the ride.
Right. That's neat. That's cool.
It
thing
is
to do.
actually. It's nice to meet people and just
Yeah, I'm
talk, see how they've been doing, where they're from. So that's usually my first question. Where you from?
originally from Little Rock, Arkansas, but I've
Arkansas.
But I've lived here for 20 years now.
Oh, you're Floridian.
Yeah.
Basically.
Basically, yeah. All of my adult years were spent here.
Oh, but did you have a nice childhood in Arkansas?
I did. I wish I could go back, honestly.
Oh, yeah, I had. Oh, okay. I didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah, I liked Arkansas
Why?
better than
Yeah?
here. Yeah.
Why?
I just like the people better, and the mentality is different there. Here, everything is like based on money. It seems like people judge you or judge your character by the car that you drive and the house that you own.
Right.
Versus in Arkansas, everybody's poor, so nobody expects you to have money. So
there's no Ferraris, no Porsches.
There's no Ferraris there.
Like here.
So there, people, you're based on how well you cook and how many people show up at your family reunion and whether you went to church on Sunday and stuff like that. Whether you pay your bills and how good you are to people.
That's normal life, isn't it?
But it's supposed to be.
Right.
I would think, but it's not
You're
how it
right
works
though.
here.
Aren't rich people a little snobby sometimes?
Yeah, they really are.
Right.
That's what it's starting to be like that here, where you can't, like, normal people just can't afford to live here anymore.
It's true.
So that's another reason why they bought that place out, is just because they couldn't. People can't afford to live here, to work here. It's
It's
just
so
too
true.
much of a commute.
I mean, rent has been going through the roof lately.
Oh, crazy! It's insane.
Yeah.
You can't even, a one-bedroom apartment here is like $2,400.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not joking.
One-bedroom apartment.
A one-bedroom apartment, yeah.
2,400.
Yeah. So there's some people that have an idea that once all these houses and stuff get built, these apartments and stuff, it'll level out, but I don't think so.
But here's the thing. My wife has a full-time job, right? She works in administration, right? There's a full-time 40-hour per week
she probably
job.
only brings home.
That's what she brings home?
Yes, that's the problem.
2,400?
That's the problem. So people that's the problem of living here. You can't afford to live here. So
no, it's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible.
And she has a decent job.
Even that apartment that I rent back there, which is it's just a single room.
Right.
It's still
like a studio.
It's like a studio. There's no kitchen or anything like that. It's just a room. It's got a little refrigerator, just like any hotel room. And it's $1,300 a month.
$1,300.
Yeah.
For one room.
For one room.
A bathroom and a shower.
That's it.
Wow.
And that's the cheapest thing you can find here.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
I wish. Now the craziest thing is that's almost what I was paying a year ago for my rent. So a year ago I was paying $1,500.
Yes.
For a 2-bedroom apartment.
A year ago I was paying $1,410, I think, for a 2-bedroom. I wouldn't say it was $1,410.
Yeah. And I was paying $15, and that's about the same.
Yeah.
And now you're paying that almost for a studio.
Yeah. It's insane.
It is. And how?
That same apartment that I was renting for, it might have been $1,600 by the time of the trash and all that was on there. But that same apartment right now, before all the nickel and dime stuff that they add to it, right now is $2,600.
Wow.
The same exact apartment.
Wow. Yeah, that's doubling of the rent.
Yeah.
And so there must be an earthquake happening amongst the people, because not a lot of people can really deal with that and then survive.
Exactly.
A system like that.
Exactly.
It doesn't work. So you got to move out.
Exactly.
But when all the people move out, who's going to cut the grass?
Exactly.
Who's going to work in the kitchen doing the dishes?
Exactly.
For all the fancy people.
Exactly.
There must be something really wrong around here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's called inflation, but I'm wondering if is this only in Naples, or is this Florida, or is this like all in the United States?
It's been a growing problem here in Naples, but
it is.
I'm not sure about the rest of the country. But I know here it was becoming a problem, and now it is a problem. And you have all these hundreds of all these places that are empty.
Yeah.
That nobody's living in.
Yeah, but those are apartments where I'm at
thousands of places that are empty.
But those are people's investments.
Sometimes
people buy it.
Sometimes.
Well, I think mostly. Because why is it empty? It's because people buy it and they don't use it. They just put them.
A lot of them, for
place to put
for
the
sale
money.
But I'm talking about like apartments. Nobody owns apartments. Just people rent them. But they're so expensive, nobody can afford to rent them.
Yeah, exactly. But the prices go up because there's a high demand.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if everything is empty and everybody wants to sell their stuff and they don't want to use it and they want to sell it, then prices go down. Well, but that's not what's happening.
Then you have the problem of a lot of these are luxury. They're luxury already to begin with. So it's, there's not enough regular people housing. Is the problem.
Good point. That's a good point. That's probably local with Naples.
Yeah.
Although I'm hearing though that I have family in Miami, and their rent went up too, substantially. Yeah. Not as bad as here, but substantially went up too.
Yeah.
And salaries are not doing the same thing. So I suppose that all of the U.S. is sort of feeling this pain.
Well, that's when the whole the minimum wage thing. I tried to explain to people, I feel like you should have to take a test before you vote. I really do. I feel like you need to take a test to know that you know what you're voting about, because all these people came back from voting and they're like, oh, I voted yes on this $15 minimum wage, and I thought to myself, well, you're only making $15.75 right now. So you've worked your whole life to make for a kid to get out of high school and push buggies to make $15. Well, no, my pay goes up too. No, your pay does not go up. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. And people were legitimately stunned that their pay did not go up because minimum wage went up. They were legitimately stunned. They thought that
it's just more people that are earning minimum wage.
Exactly.
So can I ask you a question, because now I'm learning something new. I tend to do that. Because I'm Dutch, I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm not American. I cannot vote here. How does that work? So when you go vote for your president, you also you were voting for the Senate.
Well, there's almost
for the senator.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that you vote on at one time.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff. So it just depends on whether it's a local. They have I'm not exactly sure how it all works. I'm not exactly voter. I don't do all that. I don't really. Here's my thing. If somebody can hack into your email, there's no way that they can't hack into all that voting. I don't believe any of that stuff is real. I feel like it's, you know, especially this last election and stuff. I don't feel like any of that's, I don't know. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you vote for yourself, because it's all about electoral votes. Yeah. You know, that's another thing they don't explain to you, is that, you know, you may be voting, the general population may have one vote, but that doesn't matter. It's electoral votes. And people don't really understand the process of electoral votes, you know, how that works. But, so, you know, I have no right to bitch.
I never understood that process exactly either.
Yeah, well, so it has something to do with population, but, you know, every state gets so many electoral votes. Like, you know, big states, California and Florida, they have more electoral votes than, say, Arkansas.
Right.
You know, so, whatever that, you know, the senator, or I don't know if it's the governor or the senator, I don't really know a lot about it either, but they, and that's the whole thing, you know, nobody knows a lot about it, so, you know, nobody really knows whether it's
complicated, but it's, look, you're only one American out of 350 million, so how much can your vote do, right? Yeah. But I still feel that it's important to go out and vote, because that's the only way that you're going to make changes, and that you're going to, like,
well, see, it is not that easy though, because, you know, in America they take away, if you ever have a felony, you don't get to vote.
Oh, really?
That's taken away from you. Yeah. So and I have a felony charge, so I can't vote. So it's not my, you know, I'm not allowed to vote.
But wait, once you have a felony, you say, right?
A felony charge, yes.
A felony charge. What does that mean? You go to prison?
No, mine's a driving. Mine is for they have what they call habitualized offenses. So if you get charged with the same offense 3 times, they habitualize you, and that gives you a felony. Well, throughout my life, I've had 3 driving on a suspended driver's license. Okay. So that's what got me my felony.
Okay.
So I have a felony.
Also takes away your voting?
Yes, and I cannot vote, nor can I have a gun, because I drove on a suspended license 3 times.
What does that have to do with each other?
Exactly. It's unconstitutional. It's completely unconstitutional.
That sounds to me.
Yeah.
I'm not American, but it sounds not make any sense to me.
At all. So because I drove a car without a driver's license, that means that I'm not allowed to bear arms. I can't protect myself, and I cannot vote. And
yeah, that
makes absolutely no sense.
That makes no right.
That's the way it is here, though. It's so crazy. The whole thing is just insane.
Now, is this Floridian law, or is this
that's
federal?
Federal, yeah.
It still makes no sense.
No.
Because even if you're in prison, you committed a crime.
You paid yes, that's the other thing. Once you...
Shouldn't you still be allowed to vote?
That's what I think, but no, you're not allowed to. You can, I think there's like a fight you can do. You can apply to get your rights. There's like this whole process, and it costs, you know, everything in America is about money. We're a capitalist society. Right. Everything we have is about money. Right. So, you know, if you pay enough money, I'm sure you could get it back. But because everything's about money.
Yeah. It has its pluses.
It has its pluses and its minuses. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I tell everybody.
Exactly.
You know.
But I'm still, I'm pretty much flabbergasted, so to speak, by this, what I just learned, that they take your voting rights away.
Yeah, your voting rights and your right to bear arms is gone.
Your right to defend yourself.
Correct. Completely gone.
For such a simple felony, even.
Mine, I think, is probably the most simple felony, but any felony, really, if you pay your debt to society, I feel like, you know, why does it keep on going?
Yeah, that's a good point, right? So, if you go to jail, maybe yes, you should not be able to vote. Maybe that is up for discussion, because once you're in jail, you're not part of society. So you should not decide how society is being governed.
Correct.
So maybe yes, once you're in jail. But a felony, you're a free person. Yeah. Basically, right?
Yes, you already paid your debt.
Your dues,
Yeah, you're done.
So, but this also may mean that they took your driver's license.
not for me, but for some, mine is back now, but for some people, you know, if you have a drug offense, let's say you have a drug offense, you have 3 possessions, you've been caught with drugs 3 times. Okay, that's a felony. Well, it's a felony anyway. The first time it's a felony, right. But once they habitualize you, then you have now you're not allowed to have a driver's license for 15 years. What does a driver's license have to do with you carrying drugs? I guess is my question. Like,
well, that's a good point too, right?
You're not going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to be a contributing member of society without a driver's license, and everything's hinged on that. Here they love to punish you with a driver's license. Or, you know, if you have somebody that's got 15 driving on a suspended, give them a driver's license. They obviously need a driver's license.
Right.
Like, why do you keep... that doesn't solve the problem.
No, it doesn't.
They keep driving on a suspended, so give them a driver's license.
Yeah. Plus, being able to drive, I would say it's almost a basic human right in American society. Because like in a city like Naples, how can you go anywhere without a car?
Yeah.
It's driving an Uber is 3 times as expensive as owning a car.
Yes, it is.
So this is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's weird.
They cut their nose off to spite their face. You know.
Right. How did you say that? Say that again.
They cut their nose off to spite their face. You know, they want to punish, but how they're punishing does not help society.
No.
You know, it's like a lot of the immigrant problem. To me, if you heard these people's stories, the things that these people went through, some of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, you know, the things that they went through to get here, that makes you a pretty substantial person in my book. You've got pretty good character to go through all of that to succeed, to get where you want to get. Sounds like to me you're probably going to be a good citizen. You know, you know what I'm saying? You're a good person to add. So why would you want to ship all these people
out?
You know, you know, I'm not talking about the ones that you know are retarded and commit crimes and do all that, but I'm talking about, you know, there seems like there should be a person that we should hire and should look at these cases individually instead of just like grouping them all together and throwing them. It just doesn't make sense. None of this stuff makes sense. Just every country, you know, America's been great because it was new. You know, it's just like any country. Once it sits there and it's old, it's just like a baby's diaper. It needs to be changed for the same reason. You know?
I love your imagination though. Just like a baby's diaper.
Yes.
But I agree with certain things, definitely. The thing is that with immigrants is that I drive as an Uber also a lot of non-documented immigrants. So basically illegals. And if you've been illegal or non-documented for 20 years, you can get an American passport, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That I had a police officer in the car once and he told me that. Now, I haven't verified this and I'm not an expert, so I may be wrong. But I believe that that does seem fair. But as long as you've not been in touch with the police, so you've been an illegal in the US for 20 years, paying your taxes, working, paying your taxes and all of that, and having proof of that, and not been in touch with the police, because as soon as you get in touch with the police, like you did something bad, the police grabs you, they deport you because you're an illegal. Supposedly. Yeah. And
you know that doesn't always. You know that's a case all in its own too.
Yeah, probably.
Everything has problems, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good to talk about these things though, and also to make people aware of these things, because we do need to improve law and society with these things to make it more fair.
Exactly.
I think so too.
Or make it to where the process is not so difficult. You know, that's the other thing. It's like I don't. You know, why are there so many illegal? Is it because?
Well, that's obvious.
Why is it?
I can tell you.
You know.
The U.S. is the greatest country on earth. It's just one of the best with the most opportunities, the most freedoms. It's just a wonderful society, basically. If you look outside the US, countries with problems, this is long lists of countries that are poor, that have violence, that have civil unrest and wars, and that have gangs fighting each other. I've lived in many countries in the world, and there's some countries in Europe that are wonderful. Most countries in Europe are wonderful, actually. And then there's the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia. Those are wonderful places, but all of the Middle East is trouble.
Yes.
Africa is trouble. South America is trouble.
Haiti is like
Haiti is upside down.
Yes, it's terrible.
And so those people want to come here to get a better life, and I don't blame them that they want to try.
Yes, I don't blame them either. But well, you know, it's nearly impossible to get into Australia. I wonder if it's like.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to be sponsored. Oh yeah, it's big. It's impossible to get. Yeah, it's you know, you have to know somebody. You have to have like all these references or something. And it has to. You have to have been documented visiting there for so many years, and it's like really tough to get into Australia.
Well, it's also honestly not so easy to go to the US. I have a green card, but I only could get one because my son is American and he invited me.
Oh, okay.
You know, but if I wouldn't have a son born in the US, let's say I'm just a Dutch person, right? A Dutch national. I can only go to the US either if I have employment there or if a family member invites me. But if I don't have family here and I don't have employment here, I cannot go to the US, which sort of like limits the world.
Yeah,
that makes sense,
because you don't have any reason to go there if you don't have a job.
I'm Dutch.
Of course, you could get a job there.
Yeah. Okay,
oh, you mean like on vacation?
No, on vacation you can go, but they want you out after 3 months, right, or 6 months. That's like.
But I mean, if you don't have a job, well, I guess if you have a lot of money, though, I guess it wouldn't matter.
Right.
But see, that's another thing that should be like looked at on a basis, or like if you want to come here, okay, let me get you a job. You know.
Yeah, I'm self-employed.
Okay, so that should count.
I'm an Uber driver, so I cannot come to the U.S. if I don't have family members here.
Oh.
Yeah, an Uber driver is self-employed.
Okay.
This is my car. This is my gas, and we just use the app to connect you between me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I have to
so you have to file a 1099 and all that.
Yep. I have to pay taxes on my income from Uber.
Adding new Lyft ride to queue.
Oh, in this case it's Lyft. Thank you.
That's cool that your car does all the apps right there. That's handy.
Yeah, it is.
What year is this? Is this brand new?
This is a 21, 2 years old.
It's nice.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's
great car.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
All little plugs and everything everywhere. Yeah. Seats are nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we got two. Oh, and the panoramic.
Panoramic roof.
This is expensive though, wasn't it?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, but worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I be rude and ask him how much was it?
This car was 50, and
oh my gosh! Yeah,
there was a 7.5 discount from the government. Because of it's a hybrid.
Oh yes. Okay.
Plug-in hybrid, and then you get a discount. So I guess I paid 42 for it.
Wow, that's still pretty. That's up there.
Yeah, it's a luxury car. I agree. I'm very fortunate to be able to do this. But you know, I work for it.
In Arkansas, you could buy a house for that much.
Yeah, in many places of the world.
Yeah. Not here.
It's true.
Not here.
Although you could theoretically sleep in this car.
Yeah, you could. You could live in here if you had to.
Yeah, I hope I will never have to.
There's a lot of people that do that, especially now.
Yeah,
I've had to before. It sucks. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh yeah, you have to do, because it's impossible to, because especially if you're a single person, because you have to have two incomes. You can't have You have to have 2 incomes in order to survive here.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't work with 1 income. So if you're a person that wants to be single,
Yeah, it's
you know, how are you supposed to, you know?
It's super difficult.
Yeah.
It's basically impossible.
Yeah, I've been pulled
Here.
into relationships just because I needed a place to live. I mean, you know, I really didn't want to, you know, well, at least one, you know, I definitely didn't want a boyfriend, but, you know, whatever. You know, he had a house that was close to my work, so that's crazy.
Right.
But what can you do? You know, it is what it is. I paid for that, you know, afterwards.
Are you happy where you're now, Ed?
Yeah, yes I am. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have all the luxuries that I wish it had, like a kitchen, but, you know, it's, I can afford it, so that's...
Good for you.
Yeah.
Do you have a job?
I don't right now. I'm in between. I'm gonna start, I think, starting to do Lyft, and Uber, maybe tomorrow, actually. I'm going with my daughter to go buy a new car tomorrow. The timing chain went out on, we share a vehicle, so the timing chain went out on our vehicle, so that's what happened. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna go
well,
get a
that's
vehicle.
definitely a nice thing. You meet a lot of people. Not everybody's as talkative as you are, but oh, this has.
Yes, just pull right up and it opens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going like, where am I gonna?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the purpose of the gate is.
Slow them
but
down.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And I'm actually getting out of there. You see that white mailbox that's up there on the left? That's where I'm getting out.
Oh, okay.
You're the first driver that I've had that actually paid attention to this. They've let me out all over this place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because this is my friend's house. I come here to see her a lot. So,
Amber, it was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you as well.
Good, and I hope you get to be a Lyft driver. Be my colleague.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Then. Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.